Hey guys, I felt inspired to do a video about when we really hate on people. When we really hate on people, a lot of times it's justified because they've done something, they've disappointed us, they've shocked us, they've humiliated us, and we don't want a relationship with them. But holding the hate inside of our hearts for a really long time is going to make our hearts grow a little cold. And the reason why I say this is because I think that we nurture those wounds, and it's like a scab on our skin, right? Like you get hurt and you keep scratching it and it never heals, and then eventually it turns into a really crusty scab, and then that is always there. That's always with us, and it's something that can block us from having true intimacy and a relationship with other people. If our hearts are cold and we're not willing to let go of whatever anger and hostility we feel for other people, it's going to be really hard for other people outside of the situation to get close to us because we're holding on to this anger. And I don't know if you've ever been there. I know I have, where you get mad at somebody and you almost want to make sure that you remember everything that they did because you're pissed, because you don't want to get hurt again, because you want to justify your anger or you want to protect yourself. And I think that's a lot different than setting boundaries. So setting boundaries for me is protecting yourself intelligently, is saying, hey, you're going to do you and you're going to keep being you. And I don't want to really be part of this. I may have to have an interaction with you. I may be working with you. You may be my neighbor. You may be a family member. You may be my ex. And I have to have some kind of communication with you. But can I do this in a way that's not particularly close and intimate, but it's civil and it's cordial and it's respectful, not only to the other person, but it will help you, and not to mention all the other people around you that have the connection with both of you. So if you've ever been around people that don't like each other and say, they're really hostile to each other, people feel caught in the middle. People don't know what to do. People feel uncomfortable. And if you can't do it for yourself, then try and think about doing it for other people. And like I said, I think setting boundaries is a whole different thing. And I think that we need to do that. I think we need to set boundaries with people who have proven that they can't be trusted with our feelings. But I think that having a cold heart just keeps us in a really dark place. And the barrier that we put up also keeps us blocked from receiving positive energy, loving energy. We're not as receptive to other people. And it's also giving people the grace that we would like. I think we are such a flawed race. I know for myself, there are probably many things that I've done that I don't want to be thinking about and remembering and going through all the details, and it hurts to remember some of those things. We all do things that are wrong. And usually when we do things that are wrong, we're not in a really great place ourselves. And not that that's an excuse, but it certainly is. If you've never done anything wrong and you've never hurt anybody and you've never disappointed anybody, maybe you're the exception, but most of us have done that. And it's finding the ability to forgive others and give them grace, so you get the grace that you need when you need it and when other people have been hurt and angry by you. The other thing is, I think that when we have a lot of judgment in our hearts, it keeps us very cold and it keeps us very blocked from being enlightened and from being open to new and positive experiences. I will finish this with I always make analogies, and I remember one time driving where there was a truck coming in the opposite direction and he was going really slowly and people behind him were really angry and they were honking the horn and they were shouting and they were yelling and they were really frustrated and had a lot of anxiety and anger. And I looked up at the driver and he's just sitting there smoking a cigarette. And like nothing was wrong. He was just like, yeah, I'm just going where I'm supposed to be going. And the analogy that I got from that is we can be that person behind that truck, being angry and yelling and shouting and telling other people about it. But the person you're mad at might be that truck driver that's just smoking a cigarette, going along with his life, not fazed at all. And the person that we're hurting the most is ourselves. So again, I don't think that we need to necessarily put up with abuse. I'm very strong about that. I think boundaries are really healthy in relationships. I think it's okay to speak our mind. I think it's okay to say, I don't really want a relationship with this person if they, again, cannot be trusted with our hearts. But I also think that we can give people grace, and there's a time and a place for everything, and also being able to open up our hearts to new experiences and giving people that grace can lead to expansion and openness, so we can see the good that life has to offer us. If you're holding a grudge, I hope this helps you. If somebody else is holding a grudge and they see this, I hope that this helps you. And if you like this, please comment, like, and subscribe for more. Thanks so much.